Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for doing this. It's
How
amazing.
are you?
I'm good. I just woke up like an hour ago to get everything ready.
Love it. I love it.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm back in Iowa now for the holidays and just going to be sitting in my house for 2 weeks. So,
I mean,
pretty good.
yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I get to be with my dogs, so I'm happy.
Oh yeah, dogs
Yeah.
are the best. Right. So there's just gonna be like a few questions. So like a few check-in questions and then
Okay.
about your music, and then towards the end, I'll have a few Christmassy questions for fun. Why not?
Yay. I love it. All right. Whatever you got.
Right. So why don't you start by introducing yourself to the people if they don't know you already, which like they should, but okay.
They should, but um, yes. So I'm Perenna King. I'm a singer and songwriter. I focus mainly in pop music, and I like to incorporate like some baroque or rococo sounds to create something new. Um, I've been singing and songwriting for well over 10 years, and I love it. I love everything about it.
That's great. So how have you been since like the pandemic started? Like what were you up to?
Um, the pandemic kind of came at a weird time for me. I mean, for everybody, but I had just kind of started. I'd been songwriting for a long time, but I just kind of started taking it seriously and wanting to put it out into the world at the end of last year. So, as far as like creating music and working with people and recording, that's been pretty much the same because the way that I operate, it's kind of like an isolated situation to begin with. But it came at a really weird time because one of the biggest things that you want to do when you write music is perform it, which I obviously couldn't do. There are a ton of little bars and clubs, especially downtown in New York, that I would really love to play, and they're struggling to even stay open right now. So as far as creating music, that portion of my life hasn't really changed, but it's really hard to create music and then not be able to perform it because that's what it's meant to do. You're meant to perform it and let people listen to it. So it's changed in some aspects and not so much in others.
I mean, you could always do like a little online concert thingy because
I've been thinking about that. I have been thinking about that. One of my co-writers, who I do a lot of my songs with, is a phenomenal piano player. And we've talked about doing maybe like some YouTube videos or like some reels. We've talked about it. So 2021, that's probably coming.
yep, I'm so excited. Honestly, can't.
Yay.
So
Me
like
too.
like as we all know, like everything kind of shut down like super suddenly. Like were you able to see your family or your friends since then? Like or you just like keep connected to them with like social media and stuff?
Um, so my family I've been able to see, luckily. I saw them. I was basically, my boyfriend and I were basically here in Iowa all summer. We left New York around um, May. So, New York, the pandemic started getting really bad in New York around like March, April. So, we were like, oh, during the month of May, we'll just go home, um, see, how long it lasts. We'll maybe be home for like a month, maybe, because nobody knew like what was going on with the pandemic. So we're like, we'll probably be home for like a month, and then didn't leave Iowa until October because nothing got better in New York. So I got to see my family the whole summer, which was really great. And I get to see them for the holidays, which so many people don't get to do. I'm very, very lucky. As far as my friends, I don't get to see them as much in New York, but I have a lot of friends from like high school and college that I'm still in contact with that we didn't really get to see each other anyway because we live on opposite sides of the country. So it's kind of been okay with me in terms of seeing the people I want to see because I still see my family and all of the other people I'd want to see. I'm used to having like a phone relationship with them anyway. So, but it's really hard, you know, because you just want to be with your friends and like hug your friends. I haven't hugged my friends in well over a year, so it's sad.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen soon because, I mean, at least for my country, it
Mhm.
started getting worse again. Like,
Yeah, weren't you guys, didn't your numbers go way down though? Weren't you guys kind of in a good?
yeah, we were so good, like almost clean for so long. And then it just started picking up again. And now we have like, I'm pretty sure we have like 600 cases now.
Oh, wow.
So, and like, there's this girl from my school who like kind of went to like one of the risky areas and she went to school yesterday. So, my class and I just went, how about we don't turn up to school for a day?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, I'm not going to school today now. I'm just gonna study at home.
that's a good idea. There are so many people that I see specifically, you know, like on Instagram or online whose lives haven't really changed that much, you know, like they're still going to restaurants and going on vacation and doing all these things and then they come right back and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're just trying to look out for ourselves and our families.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's the most important thing. So, I get it.
Right. So I'm gonna move on to questions about your music and stuff. So first of all, who or like what inspired you to start making music?
Um, I guess I started writing music probably when I was like 11 or 12. The first song that I ever wrote, I cheated big time and I took um the Alicia Keys song, what's the song? Uh I think it's called If I Ain't Got You. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
So I took that melody and I was like, what if I just wrote new lyrics to it? And so I wrote new lyrics over this Alicia Keys song. So really popular songs that were on the radio at the time, so like very early 2000s, those were a huge influence to me because I would take the melodies and then just rewrite lyrics over it. And eventually, when I got to the point where I wanted to create my own melodies, Lady Gaga obviously was huge for me. So when she came out, um, she was a huge inspiration to me because I loved her sound and I loved her. I was really drawn to her first because she was so weird. Um, and it made me feel like good to see somebody that's not perfect. They're not like the definition of pop music. She was just kind of like weird and did whatever she wanted. And I really loved that. So when she came out in like 2008, that's when I was seriously like, oh, okay, like I could make a career out of this. Like I don't fit all of these little boxes that people tell you that you have to fit into, but like I could, if she can do it, then like I could do it too. So she's my number one huge influence.
that's brilliant. So like baroque pop, like any particular reason for that? Because it sounds amazing, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, weird, right? Um, so last year I spent pretty much the entire year trying to figure out like what I wanted my image to be. So, because one of my influences is Lady Gaga, I wanted to take a similar path. I didn't want to just write music and release it, you know, and like show up in a t-shirt and jeans. There's nothing wrong with that, but I knew when I wanted to create music, I wanted it to be a production. I wanted it to be the look, the sound, the lyrics, costume, hair, makeup, aesthetic, everything. So it took me like all of last year to figure out what my image or my thing could be without straying too far from who I am. Um, so there were times when I played around with like, oh, well, like the Billie Eilish sound is really in, and she's just walking around in like baggy shirts and baggy pants and like is very comfortable. Like maybe I should do that. But whenever I tried, I didn't feel comfortable. Um, I tried kind of like an indie sort of thing with like fucking sorry for cussing, with like with the hats and the jeans and the boots and like the acoustic guitar. And I was like, that's not really my thing either. So I tried to narrow it down into like, what is the one thing that I have loved forever and always my whole life, and I know I'm always going to love it. And I settled on literature. I majored in English in college. I've always loved to read. I'll always love to read. I love to write. So I was like, oh, when I think of like literature, I think of the Baroque era. I think of the Rococo era. I think of like 16th, 17th century, where it's all very like elaborate and leather bound books. And I was like, oh, well, the Baroque era is very theatrical. Huge wigs, big makeup. By the way, I'm sorry I don't have my wig on today. Huge wig, lots of makeup, huge ruffles, like just outlandish for the sake of being outlandish. And I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. Like, I love being outlandish just for the sake of being dramatic. So it was my love of literature and my love of theatrics that kind of like narrowed me down into this period in time. But I also wanted to kind of keep it open where later in my career, if I want to do like, if I want to tap into the theatrics of like the 1960s, I could do that. Or if I wanted to tap into the early 1900s, I could do that. So right now it's Baroque. I feel very comfortable in it. I really love it, but I will not be here forever. I'll explore other areas.
It's like time traveling, basically.
Like time traveling. Yes, exactly. Yep.
And like I know you released your debut single like back in October-ish. And like I have been listening to it ever since.
You're the best.
So were there anything that surprised you when you released your music? Like maybe a country that like, oh, I wasn't expecting that country to like listen to this or anything like that.
Yeah, so I expected most of my listens to come obviously from the US, like US, Canada, and then the UK. There were some countries on there, China, Russia, which were a little surprising, tons of countries in South America, um, Thailand, a bunch of Turkey was on there. I don't know anyone in Turkey, Mexico, Australia, pretty much places in Africa, pretty much every continent that you could think of. I had countries on there, which really blew me away because I thought that it would basically just be English speaking Western countries, but it went everywhere. And that's the best part. That's one of the best parts of music is having a whole bunch of different people connect to it. So that was really awesome.
Yeah, when it came out, I basically like, Mom, can I play some music in the car today? And I just basically like blasted the car with that
Can I
song.
play this over and over all day in the car today? That's the
Please. I
best.
mean, yeah, and I went on vacation, like to the mountains, and like there wasn't much internet up there, so I downloaded some songs and basically I just blasted your song in like the tent that we were staying in.
You're the best.
It's so good.
That's the best. Thank you so much. Yes, girl. Oh my God. I was wearing my black one just before this. I just took it off. So we're twinning.
Yay. Yeah,
You're
I
the
have to
best.
turn the AC on super cold so that I can wear it. It's not
Is it cold
possible.
there right now? What's the weather like over there right now?
Actually, let me check. Oh, it's like 21 degrees. But like
Oh,
this is cold for us. Like
wait, is it 21 degrees Celsius?
yes. Wait, hang on. Can I do Fahrenheit? Yes, I can. It's 70. I don't know how that
Oh, I wish it was 70 here.
like how is it there? Is it hot? Is it cold?
No, today it is probably like 37,
Fahrenheit?
which is, yes, 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Um, which is actually like not that bad this time of year. There have been years in December where it's like negative 30 degrees,
Oh
negative 20 degrees.
no.
It gets bad. It gets really bad. So around 40 right now is like, that's pretty good for us. I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it works in Fahrenheit, but here basically it's like I guess around like 90 and 100 like a lot of the times. And like
That's
now being 70, it's like really cold and my friends at school are like wearing little sweaters and stuff.
If it was 70 here, people would be outside in like tank tops and shorts, like so excited.
Yeah, no, like my friends were complaining today, like, oh my gosh, it's so cold. Like I can't feel my face.
People in California are like that too. Like I grew up in the Midwest, I live in the Northeast, and so we're very used to it. But people on the West Coast are just like you guys. It'll hit like 60 degrees and they're like in parkas, which is crazy to me, but to each their own.
Right. So, oh, we're like moving towards the end-ish. So I'm gonna ask, do you have any plans for the future or are you working on anything right now?
Yes, always working on stuff. Even if I don't want to be working on stuff, it's always going on up there. Just last week before last week, I sat down with one of my co-writers and one of my producers, and we mapped out all of next year, all of 2021, and what specific songs I want to release in what specific months, how long we want them to be out for, and I have, I think, well, 5 or 6, haven't decided yet, but 5 or 6 songs that are going to be coming out next year. So you'll get one probably every like 2-ish months.
Ooh.
Um, we're just like rolling them out, you know? There's no, with streaming now, there's really no like rhyme or reason. You don't have to release an album. You can just like toss songs out there whenever you want. So yeah, so there'll be lots of songs coming next year, maybe a music video or two. My producer's like trying to encourage me to do that. I don't know, but
Please.
we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure he'll get his way. He's very persuasive when it comes to the arts. So lots of songs, maybe some music videos, and probably some of those YouTube videos where we can sing live.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
I
we're
will
excited.
tell everyone about it. Great. So we're gonna move on to some Christmassy questions.
Okay.
Um, what's your favorite thing about Christmas or like favorite Christmas activity?
Hmm. I think my favorite Christmas activity is baking cookies. My mom is a baker. She's been a baker since I was born. Um, and so we always have this list of very specific Christmas cookies that we want every year. And my sister and I will help her. And then we'll just have like platters and platters of cookies around the house that I'll eat for 2 weeks straight. So I love baking because it's fun time that I get to spend with my mom and my sister.
Oh my gosh, I want your mom to adopt me just so I can eat all the cookies.
There's a lot of them here all the time. So, you know, it's a blessing and a curse.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to stop myself. I would just
Yeah.
keep eating all day.
Oh, yeah. No, me too. That's the problem. But also, it's Christmas. So I'm like, who cares? I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really celebrate here. So I
Mhm.
just annoyed my family into letting me get a tree, a fake one.
I see it's so cute.
Yeah, it's my first time like decorating one since I was a child, actually. So
It looks really good.
it's not the best right now, but like I will improve.
I love it. I love that.
Right. So I saw your sister Sam went live the other day and you requested a particular Christmas song. So is that like your favorite or like what you think is the best one? Or do you have some more favorites?
Okay, here's the situation with the Dominic the donkey. I think the song is absolutely hilarious. It's outrageous. It does not make any sense at all. And I think it's really funny. It's not my favorite Christmas song, but I promote it so much because I know that it makes Sam really angry. So 95% is like I listen to it because it drives her nuts, and the 5% is I listen to it because it's really funny. So love it. It has its purpose. But my favorite Christmas song is probably I really love It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, and I really love um Silver Bells. I think those are probably my two favorite.
I haven't heard
Dominic,
of the
those three.
second one.
You what?
I haven't heard of the second one, Silver Bells. Yeah, no.
I have to listen to it. I like that one because when I was little, I used to think that they were saying sugar bears. And so I would sing sugar bears instead of Silver Bells, and my mom thought it was really funny, but now it's one of my favorite songs.
Oh, that's
Listen to it on Spotify. It's very cute.
yeah. I'm gonna listen to it on Friday because for the first time in forever, I am celebrating with my friends.
That's fun.
Yeah, I think
You're
it's
gonna do
gonna be like just three of us, but we're gonna watch movies and eat food.
You have to have some hot chocolate,
Oh yes, definitely.
obviously, and maybe like a Christmas cookie or two. Yeah, and listen to Dominic the Donkey.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll hate it, but I will try it out.
Purpose.
Wait, so
That's
about that,
very
any like Christmas movie recommendations for Friday?
Yes. Um, we always watch claymation Christmas movies, so like the stop motion little clay figures that are kind of creepy. We always watch Year Without a Santa Claus. That's the best one. Santa Claus is Coming to Town is another good one, and then I always love Rudolph, the claymation Rudolph. Those are the three faves.
Right, haven't seen any of those either.
You'll find them and you'll be like, my world has opened up to claymation. It's crazy.
Right, right. I will get onto that as soon as possible. Um, oh yeah, probably the last question here, but how will you be celebrating this year?
This year, my sister and Matt will be here um, with me and my boyfriend Nick, and then my parents and all of the dogs. So both of our dogs, and then obviously Dale will be there. Usually, I know, right? So precious. Usually, we will spend Christmas Eve together, and we'll have like a Christmas Eve dinner, and we'll watch some claymation movies and like cuddle by the fire. And then Christmas Day, we always wake up, we always do like a big Christmas brunch. We open all of our gifts in the living room, and then Sam and I will watch Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas and White Christmas. We always watch those on Christmas Day, and we'll like take naps. We'll just keep eating Christmas cookies and take a bunch of naps and like sit inside where it's nice and warm and just hang out together. We don't do anything super crazy. It's all family time in the house. So that'll be nice.
Lovely. I mean, I'll probably go over to my friend's house,
Mhm.
um, watch a few movies, and then I'll have to come back home and then start studying for my midterms.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's like right next week,
Oh
Monday.
no. That's awful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna die, but
No, you're totally gonna be okay. You're gonna rock them. You're gonna watch these claymation movies and you're gonna be like, this has given me the strength. I
okay,
can do it. Yeah,
okay.
and Dominic the Donkey, you'll be like, this is what I needed.
Yes, I will sing that in the exam room as well.
Exactly. Yes. And everyone around you will be like, wow, this really is helping. It's gonna be great.
No, they're gonna seriously, but
They'll ask you to leave.
so this is not even on the question list, but just want to know like what's your favorite Lady Gaga song?
Oh man, that's really hard. The one that I don't know, that's so hard because it changes every day, but the one that I always come back to is her song You and I on the Born This Way album. It's probably her most, I would say it's one of her most like rock and roll kind of sounds. It's not super like dance electronic-y. So that's the one that whenever somebody asks, I always just default to that one because I think it's super fun and I really love the lyrics, and it's just like a good song that you want to sing to at the top of your lungs in the car. It's the best.
Right, I will go back and listen to that because I forgot about that song already.
Yes, listen to it. You'll love it.
Okay, so to end us off here, do you have anything to say to the people? Anything coming up like future projects?
Yes. The next song will probably be out the middle or end of January. Look for it on my Instagram, look for it on my Spotify. It'll be out. I'll be promoting it and being super annoying about it. And I would just stay tuned, because I'm going to have songs coming out all the time. So once you think that one is done, there'll be another one coming. So keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, and get merch because it is really comfortable.
And get some merch. Yes, so you can look cool like we do. Yes, get some merch. I don't know, maybe I'll do new merch next year. Maybe I'll like add some pieces. I don't know. I just thought of that right now. So maybe I'll do that too.
Yay, okay. I
We'll
will
see.
prepare my wallet.
You're the best.
Thank you so much for agreeing to this.
Of course.
Yeah, I literally have no experience, but it's been so much fun. And I
Yeah,
really appreciate
for
you doing
asking
this.
me.
Oh, thank you. Love you so much. Have a good holidays and Merry Christmas.
Yes, happy holidays. I'll see you later.
Bye.